Are you one of the many people out there who struggle hitting your hybrids? Believe it or not, I used to also struggle greatly. And there's really only one thing we're doing wrong, and we're gonna get you fixed up really quick. What I realized with myself and with many others is that the main problem is we just can't seem to control the club face when we make impact with the ball. It's either way too open or it's way too shut. So why is that, and how do we fix it? So the reason we get that club face closed is because we're trying to hit down on the ball and we're coming over top here and we start shutting down that club face, all because we're trying to hit down on the golf ball. And this was my problem right here. I mean, that kind of squiggly duck hook issue plagued me all the time. So what I did and what many other people do to try to avoid that, well, what's the opposite of hitting down on it? What we do is we try to hit up on it. And then this kind of stuff happens when we start trying to hit up on the golf ball with our hybrids. We make slightly better contact. Unfortunately, our ball ends up in somebody's pool. And that's no good either. So what do? We don't want to hit down. We don't want to hit up. What do we want to do? So we don't want to hit down on this thing because that shuts that club face. And we saw what happens when we do that. And hitting up usually opens up that club face, gets these toe shots, and we don't want to do that either. Ideally, what we want to do, and you know this, is you want the bottom of your swing arc to bottom out back here, and then you want this club somehow, miraculously, to stay fairly level. Like the longer the bottom of your swing arc is flat, the better you're gonna strike these. So that's the question. You want the bottom of your swing arc, you don't want it to be this shallow swing arc. We want a long swing arc where the bottom is so shallow and so flat for the longest period of time. And so you don't hit behind it, you don't hit up on it, and it's not just this quick little guy, because that equals way left or way right. So we're gonna get you to have a long, shallow bottom of your swing arc for your hybrids. So there's two drills. Well, there's actually one drill broken up into two pieces so that you can pure these and hit this straight most of the time. And look, a lot of people might be saying, hey, why even bother? Why don't I just use a club that I can hit and not use these? Well, there's so many uses for a hybrid throughout the bag that it's useful to have at least one of these. So it obviously helps if you can hit it and use it for what it is used for. And once you get it and get it right, you're gonna love it. So what we want is that swing arc. We want it to bottom out way back here and stay low to the ground the entire time. That's the goal. So phase one is this. Get your setup, get your position, you're good to go. Then I want you to drag that club back on the ground. But you see what I did? I drug it to the inside. I don't want to do that. I want to drag it straight back here. So you're actually going here. Now I don't want to move my whole body like this back there, right? I'm not moving my whole body like this back there. I want that club to go back here, and it's going to require you to push that back. And it's only a foot or so back here, straight back from where you're going. You're actually extending your arms this way as you go back to there. Keep your head and everything perfectly straight there, and keep it on the ground. So that's what I want. And then just hit little shots through there. Now, without the ball, you're training your body to what it feels like to have your hands low to the ground here and keep it straight all the way through. You're gonna have some arc that your club is traveling on, but for the most part, I want it pretty straight going back here. It's gonna require an extension, a reach with your arms and shoulders, right here. and then just try to drag that club on the ground to hit that ball. And keep it on the ground as long as possible after the ball. What's great about this is I'm not going down and I'm not going up. I'm just dragging that along the ground. That's piece one here. And you're gonna have some swing arc, obviously, which is fine. But I want to train my body to feel like my hands reach and stretch out this way, and that they're low to the ground the whole way through the shot. Do that like 1,000 times, and then we're ready for phase 2. All right, you should be a little sore, okay? After doing it 1,000 times. Don't just jump over to here, like pause the video, do it 1,000 times, then come back. It's really gonna help. At least 50 times. But the more, the better. All right, phase 2 is this. Now, obviously you can't swing like that, right? You're not gonna drag your club on the ground. That's not gonna happen. So now what you have to do is now imagine all of that feeling lifted up in the air. So you start, so that stretch and reach now happens here. That same feeling that you were here, I want you here, halfway back on your swing. What you felt here, you're feeling here. And the piece that you felt here, that now happens down around your left pocket. So that back piece happens here, and that down piece happens over here in this area back behind you over here. Like your left pocket extended out there. And hit little shots with that feeling now, like 1,000. These little guys, same feeling, and you just test it out, that feeling, okay, cool. That I want here to here. And you get these little shots, just little shots. And you're gonna start seeing a lot more consistency, and a lot of your shots are gonna get pulled in together. What that does is it controls your club face from getting behind you, from coming down, and from coming up. It's controlling the club face to be in a good position instead of a poor position, which we normally had. And all I care about are the two feelings that I had when I dragged that club on the ground right now. And I hit maybe 3/4 power maximum. And I know a lot of you are thinking, he's gotta be joking about the 1,000 shots, right? I'm not. I'm dead serious. 1,000, that would do it. That would change your game. That would change the way you strike these things. And then, but if you're not gonna do 1,000, if you're gonna cut some corners, here's what I would recommend. Do 10 of those drills, like that. You get to this piece of the drill, do 10, then hit a real shot and see what happens. And then do 10 more drill, another shot. Then keep going, keep going, keep going until your shots start producing the results that you're looking for. And they will be so much more consistent than they've ever been before. Thanks for watching. Good luck with your hybrids out there. Love you guys. See you in the next video.